Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sam. Thanks for joining. If you haven't been here before, then thanks for clicking on today's video. I'm not as quiet as my last video. My last video, I was like dead tired, but this is like middle of the day. Anyway, I made a video reviewing the Superstay Activewear 30-Hour Foundation by Maybelline. I think it's their newer version of their 24-hour wear. That was also part of a video where I tried on 5 products that my girlfriend picked out for me. My fiance now picked out for me at Walmart. So I tried a bunch of things that day, and I don't know what caused this, but my skin never looked worse using this. So I'm here to make a part 2 focusing around the foundation this time. This is the foundation she picked. This happened to be a foundation I wanted to review, so I figured I'd put it all in one video, which was that video. I'll link it here in a card for you, or at the end of the video, or down below. If that's something you want to go check out first, then come back to this one. It's a very long video. Just hit the little setting button thing and then playback speed and speed it up if you need to. But I was really focusing on all 5 products in that video. But this one, I'm just going to focus on this. Hopefully make it short and sweet. I'm not going to do all my makeup on camera. There's no kind of tutorial, anything like that. So if that's what you're interested in seeing, then just keep on watching. Let's go. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to focus on this foundation alone. I have my normal skincare on. I already have my eyebrows on and some mascara because I went to work and I just took off the face makeup. But anyway, so I'm going to attempt to make this work with my normal everyday products, and we're going to see what happens. I had a lot of issues all through here, and a lot of issues all through here, and then a lot of issues through here. Sorry guys, my dogs always ruin everything. What's happening? Anyway, but I was also trying a new concealer, which was the hydrating camo concealer. I have a hard time believing that hydrating concealer caused as many problems as it did, but we're not going to use this today. We're going to use my concealer that I have been loving recently, and that's what we're going to use, and we're going to see what the heck if maybe something went weird. I'm going to go wet a clean sponge. It's not a new sponge, but it is a clean sponge. I'm going to go wet. I'm going to give this its fighting chance to make this work. Because yeah, it was like 14 or 15 bucks. And yeah, that's technically affordable, but that's pricey to some people. And you know, it's still an investment no matter what, no matter how rich you are. Makeup's an investment. It's not a necessity. And I want to see if I can get this to work and if it's worth a damn or not. So I'll be right back. Let me go wet my sponge. All right. Sorry, I'm starving. I haven't eaten yet today. So I got me a bag of chips. Anyway, my sponge. I'm pretty sure it's my Laura Lee sponge. Like I said, I have my foundation, or not my foundation, my skin prep on. I am going to go into just this one primer that I love, that most of my foundations work over. I think all of them work over. This is the Timeless Smoothing Primer by Tarte. I'm putting that much. I'm not putting this all over my face. I'm focusing it where my biggest pores are. And we're pressing it in. And that's it. I don't want anything to interrupt this foundation. I'm giving it a good shake just in case. Y'all, I got this little sample of precisely my brow pencil the other day, and I forgot how much I love this brow pencil, so I'm gonna have to go back and get it. I haven't used a pencil in a while. My brows are looking good. I mean, considering they need to be done. All right, nice and shook up. This claims, in case you didn't watch the other video, it claims up to 30-hour wear time, full coverage foundation, light as air feel, transfer resistant, seamless matte finish, oil free. So I'm gonna do 2 pumps. I'm going to take it on my finger and I'm going to dot it all over my face. I didn't do this yesterday. I went right on with my sponge. And I ended up doing, I think, 3 pumps total, 1.5 each time. And I felt like my sponge like ate up the product. So it took forever. And I wonder if that had something to do with it being so like terribly worn. I gotta clean my desk. So, I'm gonna attempt to use my LB, what's it called? LBF2. God, these brushes get so messy so fast. And I'm gonna disperse this throughout my face because I think a brush will make it go farther and I won't have to use as much. This is 2 pumps on my face. And then maybe that will help with how terrible it looked. I mean, y'all, my skin has never looked worse. Thank God I was just at my best friend's house making it work. Now, I don't like to apply foundation with just a brush if I ever use a brush. I just kind of get it everywhere like that, and then I go in with my sponge and I just kind of push it into the skin and like blend it out more. My puppy's whining outside the door. My nose is bleeding. Y'all, someone doesn't want me reviewing this foundation because I just had a nosebleed. That's why my nose is all red. I've been rubbing it. I just had a nosebleed in the middle of this. And now I can see how much that oxidizes too. So I have to go over the places I just wiped and hope that doesn't affect the foundation there. Ugh. All right. Okay, so in the middle of that, I had a nosebleed. And it's funny. Oh, man. It's funny because I literally just made a video on TikTok about me possibly being anemic, and then I had a nosebleed. I get nosebleeds all the time. All right, but I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing off the get-go. Just right offhand, just like this, with just my foundation on. The problems that I experienced most yesterday were on the edges of my nose here, and then all through here, my chin, my smile lines, and my frowny 11s here, and then in my creases up here. Because, you know, I got some creases, okay? So the only thing I'm going to ignore today is over here because I have a dry nose right now. And then on top of that, I just wiped it from my nosebleed. But I'm a mess today. This side, nothing's wrong with it. And it looks terrible on this side of my nose. Also, it's already settling in all my little fine lines over here. Because I have texture and I have fine lines. It's already settling over here, so I know yesterday it probably wasn't from the concealer. So if you have aged skin, this probably, I'm gonna tell you right now, probably won't be your foundation. But like I said, I'm gonna give it a chance. I still have to give it a chance for like my oils to come through, my concealer, all the rest of my makeup, and I'm gonna give this a freaking fighting chance, y'all, to see if I can get this foundation to freaking work. All right, let me throw some concealer on. I'm gonna go in my NARS Radiant Concealer. Creamy Radiant Concealer, Radiant Creamy Concealer, whatever it's called. And we're going to put that right there. Right there. Down the nose. Right here. And right here. This is where I always do my concealer. So it should mesh well. And that concealer, ooh, I'm a mess. Wrong, that concealer right there has worked with every foundation that I enjoy since me trying that concealer. So, I don't expect anything different today. Y'all. Y'all. Let me put y'all in my hand. Hold on. I'm turning this light way down so maybe you guys can see. Can you guys see the big line? When I put that concealer down my nose, it took the whole line of foundation with it. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to give this a fighting chance, but everything's going wrong. It already looks terrible. I can't even make this look good. It's all on the top of my face. On the... All right, I'm going to start over. I'm going to go completely wash my face instead of just wipe my makeup off that I had earlier. Completely wash my face. Completely just do my whole skincare. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to see if there's something going wrong with this on my end. Because I'm trying to pretend that it's use your air right now. But this is so far the worst foundation I've ever used. I don't mean to be so harsh. And I'm really trying to make it work. So I'm going to go do all of that and come back to where this has no excuse not to work. None. I'll be right back. All right. This foundation is making me want to drink. I'm back. Fresh face. Wash my face like I would in the morning. I took all my makeup off from today's work, going to work. Today's makeup for work. I'm fresh. I'm not even going to go into primer. I'm going to put it on bare skin. I would never skip skincare, so I'm not going to do it without skincare on because that would never be a thing. So, okay, here we go. Now or never, baby. Fuck the brush. That just emphasizes texture. We're doing this again. Okay. All right, no hiccups. Let's take a look. Okay. So far, it's working out better with nothing else on my face. Let's go into some concealer. I'm too afraid to use that concealer again because maybe that's the one time that concealer just isn't going to work for me. So let me choose a different concealer. All right, we're going to go into my Clean Fresh Hydrating Concealer by CoverGirl. And y'all, I'm doing right here and right here. And that's it. That's what we're doing. You know, I got to do this. I'm sorry, I can't live without it. Okay. That's what we're doing. That's it. With what's left over, I'm just going over my nose to kind of brighten. I should just give up. I feel like anybody else would just give up by now. But like, I spend money on this, you know? All right, let's see where we're at. So far, so good. I do want to put concealer over this blemish down here. I'm going to go into powder. An easy powder, not heavy. This has never failed me. This is a Stay Matte by Rimmel. And it's going to be something I probably reach for with every foundation. So there's that. I'm getting a new clean brush. I'm swirling my brush in. And we're going to just pat. Pattering, pattering. The only thing that's driving me nuts now is how big my pores look because I don't have that primer on, which drives me through the roof. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back to show you everything and then we're going to do a wear test. Lord. All right, guys. This side's curly, this side's straight. Whatever. Okay. I'm back. Everything looks decent on camera, right? Let me take a closer look here. Okay. Everything so far is looking pretty good. I got a little bit of creasing right here in this smile line. But other than that, everything looks pretty good. All I did was what you saw. Then I went into some bronzer, my butter bronzer, my like shiny one. This is the Brazilian Glow. Then I went over top that with some Lunar Beauty in the shade Bronze Sky to kind of dwindle it down a little bit so it's not so shiny like the bronzer. Although I like it, so I just dwindled it down a little bit. And then I went in with some Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighter. This is in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. I use it all the time. This is stuff this is what I use. This is my tried and true. And then I went in with my mascara, my brows, obviously. Sorry, y'all. I got like a hair here. Okay. So that's where we're at. This looks much better already than yesterday. It looks much better than what we just dealt with. So now we just wait. Oh, I went over top with my tried and true combo. This is the Maybelline Lasting Fix, and this is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. So I get my hydration, but I also get my matte. This is my tried and true finishing powder that I like to use, especially since I do have fine lines and wrinkles and stuff, that using powders under my eyes all the time probably isn't the best idea. So that's what I went with today. Here's where we're at. This is a full coverage, so people are going to want to do a full beat wearing this because they're going for full coverage. I went for more of a natural vibe. Not that makeup's natural, but you know what I mean? Because I couldn't get anything else to work with this. But so far, this is on the right path. But this might be something that you can't wear with like a million other products because it just doesn't mesh well. I don't know. We'll see. I'm playing with it. After today's video, unless you guys really want to see a part 3 of me trying it as a more glam look again with like the contour and the cream contour and all that, and see how it lays over top of all that, let me know in the comments below. I will make a part 3 on this, but other than that, I will update you guys in the description box or in like a pinned comment down below if I felt like it worked. I don't have anything on my lips. I thought I looked weird. Let me just look around here. I'm just going to put some lip gloss on. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Lip Shine. Just to give my lips some hydration. Anyway, so far so good. Everything looks a lot better. And I would wear this comfortably, happily. I'm about to clean my house. So we're going to get a nice little sweat in. And we're going to see just how well this holds up. But it shouldn't be this complicated right now. You know what I mean? We'll see. Who knows? At the end of this, it might look immaculate. I'm like, oh my God, it's worth every penny. I don't know. Probably not. It's not looking good, y'all. Anyway, I'll be back. All right, guys. I am back with my check-in and my final thoughts on the foundation that gave me hell. I'm gonna look in the mirror here real quick. We're just gonna hop right into this. I'm tired. It's early. It's only like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Going on that. Anyway, I've worn this for about 7 hours basically. Picked up the house, cleaned the house, just been wearing it my everyday. Just off first initial reaction, just by looking in the mirror, like over here, the distance from the mirror, and looking in the monitor, my phone, not the monitor, and looking in the phone camera. I've been way oilier at this time by other foundations. So the matte that it stays is very accurate. Like, I wouldn't touch this up according to what I see from a distance, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And then also as well, it does claim on there as well the light is air feel. I will say this does not feel very heavy on my face at all. I think at one point today I forgot that I was wearing it and I scratched my cheek and I left a little mark because I did scratch it with my nail and took it off, so it's my fault. But I will say that the light is air. I have foundations that feel significantly heavier, including their old version of this. That one is like, I'm ready to take it off. This one, I don't feel ready to take it off. But yesterday I did. So whatever got mixed with yesterday was a freaking disaster. But anyway, also it says transfer resistant as well. I will say, and again, I'm looking at everything from a distance at the moment. I've been laying on my arm and things like that because I've been laying down and doing this after cleaning and whatnot. And I kept going, oh crap. I haven't had it transfer to anything at all whatsoever. Like, I would hug someone in this makeup and feel okay if they were wearing a white shirt. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So all positive things, especially with how much of a disaster it was in the last video and how much of a disaster the beginning of this video was. But all positive things. With that being said, I'm going to get my mirror. I'm going to put it up close to my face. And we're going to take a look. Okay. Okay. So compared to yesterday, night and day. Night and day. Today, I would rewear this again with how it acted today. That being said, it is emphasizing still just slightly some of my fine lines that I have here. If I could just get a lift, y'all, I'd be Gucci. This foundation would look amazing. And I know it's not a miracle worker, you know, it ain't Botox in a bottle. But anyway, It looks a little dry on my chin and a little dry on the tip of my nose and the sides of my nose. But I mean, it's not like picking up as much as it did, if that makes sense. It is breaking up a little bit around the top of my lip. And then it did settle very instantly into this smile line right here. Will I say it's like the fullest coverage? No. It's full, it's medium to full, and I think it could be buildable. Although I'd be very cautious building this up because I think with how much I had to build it yesterday, that's the reason why I acted way different than yesterday. And then I would like to figure out how to work it with something more hydrating underneath. My skin is definitely matte and like I don't feel the like real urge to touch it up, you know what I mean? Like if I were to be like, if a friend came over and was like, we're going out, girl, let's go. And I'd be like, oh my God, no, my face isn't ready. I would be fine with where this is at. I wouldn't want to go in and like, you know, touch it up or whatever. That being said though, I want to see where I can touch it up. So we're going to do that real quick and see if it just gets real cakey. It definitely helped make it look a little bit better. So like it's more touch-upable today. So I'm definitely like way more of a fan of it today. Is it my favorite? By no means, no, it's not. But I would reach for this again for a more fuller coverage look before I would reach for something like this or something like some of my other stuff that I have. But it is like 15 bucks. So that's up to you on that end and what you can afford. I do personally like my Believe Beauty one better. It's $5. And to me, it just works with anything I put under it. I do need to find a better hydrating primer to put underneath and a better pore filling primer to put underneath. And I feel like if I find something that it can mesh with that, this would be a very good foundation for my more, I'm not mature skin by no means, but I do have fine lines, you know, things like that, textured skin, oily skin, acne prone skin. So I will say that like for my skin type and what I have going on with my needs of my skin, I would give it like a 6 out of 10, if that makes sense. However, if you are someone who does not have fine lines quite yet in this world, in this life we're in, or a little bit younger and you have a little bit better skin, I think this would work phenomenal on you, especially if you're an oily skin type. I think this on a drier skin type would be a disaster, but for an oilier skin type with not as many imperfections as I have, I think it would work a lot.